At the beginning of the story, we see an American football match where a man named Nicky is sitting comfortably with his girlfriend Jess in the VIP stands. The match is going on, but Nicky is more focused on the crowd than on the game. He notices a beautiful girl getting up from her seat and leaving. At that moment, a mischievous idea comes to his mind. He makes a small bet with Jess, saying, "Let's see how many people look back at that girl." One of the men sitting nearby, Lee Yuan, says he also wants to join the bet, and Nicky agrees. Everyone jokingly places a $10 bet and starts counting. When the girl leaves the stand, the final count shows that 7 people looked back at her. In this bet, Jess had guessed the closest number, so she won. Lee Yuan gives her the money without hesitation, and then suggests starting the next round. This time, the bet is about who will commit the next foul. Jess drops out, saying she doesn't know much about the game, but Nicky jumps in and places a $1,000 bet. As soon as the whistle blows, the referee signals a foul, and it turns out to be the team Nicky had bet on. He wins, and puts the money in his pocket. Even after losing, Lee Yuan gets more excited and says, "Let's place a $5,000 bet this time." Now the question is whether the player will pass the ball or run with it. Nicky hesitates a little at betting $5,000, but finally agrees. Lee Yuan guesses that the player will run, and Nicky says he will pass. As soon as the whistle blows, the player actually runs with the ball, which means Nicky loses $5,000. Now Nicky decides, it's okay, we lost $5,000. Let's stop here, and asks Jess to come have coffee. He wants to leave, but Lee Yuan insists. He says, "You're sitting in the VIP lounge, you have money. Why be upset over $5,000? Let's play another bet, this time for $10,000. Eventually, Nicky agrees. Now the question is whether the player will make the next pass correctly or not. Nicky predicts yes, but the other team intercepts the pass. Nicky has now lost $15,000. While taking out the money, Nicky gets a little upset. He thinks for a moment and says, "Let's place a $50,000 bet this time." Jess is shocked to hear this, but Nicky looks angry. At this point, luck is not on his side. He loses the next bet again, and has to give away another $50,000. Now Jess urges him to stop immediately, but Nicky's anger and ego take over. Without thinking, he places the next bet of $100,000. Lee Yuan laughs and teases him, saying, "Do you even have that much money?" Nicky silently throws a whole bundle of cash on the table. Seeing this, Lee Yuan also gets excited. This time, Nicky bets that the next pass will be intercepted and won't be completed, but the pass is successful. Now Nicky has suffered a loss of $100,000. He can't figure out how to get out of this mess. Jess is also shocked by his behavior, but now the game has reached a very serious stage. Nicky says, "I have $1 million left. Let's bet it all. Let's see who wins this time." The final decision will be made by playing cards. Since Lee Yuan has been winning continuously, he's now going crazy with excitement. He starts looking at Nicky like an ATM machine. Lee Yuan draws his card. It's a 5 of clubs. Now Nicky just has to draw a card higher than 5. His chances of winning are very high. Nicky picks up a card and flips it over with great confidence, but it's the 3 of hearts. Seeing this, Jess immediately fell off her chair. When Nicky started the game, he only intended to bet $10, but now, he had lost more than $1 million. After such a shameful defeat, he had nothing left to say. So, he quietly held Jess's hand and started walking out. He was deeply upset, but Lee Yuan began teasing him even more. He said, "This is what happens when you mess with the master." Nicky stopped and placed another bet, this time for $2 million. Now the idea was a little different. Nicky challenged that Lee Yuan could choose any random player using a telescope, and if Nicky guessed the player's jersey number correctly, the win would be his. Lee Yuan got a little confused. He said, "This is like mind reading." It felt like Nicky was setting himself up for failure. Lee Yuan also started suspecting that Nicky might be cheating. To remove his doubt, Nicky said, "Okay, I won't guess. This time Jess will do it." Jess looked angrily at Nicky. She couldn't understand what was happening. She said, "Among so many people, what are the chances I'll guess the correct jersey number?" Saying this, she tried to leave, but Lee Yuan's security guard stopped her, and a small fight broke out between them. Jess calmed herself down a little. Nicky told her to just look around the ground and say whichever number felt like her own. Lee Yuan picked up the binoculars and chose a player. Then Jess took the binoculars and scanned the entire field. She could see jersey numbers everywhere. How could she guess? Then her eyes fell on a familiar face, and she remembered Nicky's words, that she should choose the number that felt like her own. Their friend Farhad was wearing jersey number 55. Jess understood that this was all part of Nicky's plan. She said, "Number 55," and it was the correct answer. Li Yuan was stunned. Jess also started wondering how Nikki had known Li Yuan would choose that number, but at that moment, it didn't matter. They had already won the bet. Both of them made a $1 million profit and got back all the lost money. They left the stadium with 2 big bags full of cash. In the car, Nikki told Jess that everything had been part of their plan. They had been tracking Li Yuan for a long time. Li Yuan was well known in high society for his bad gambling habits. He would jump at any bet placed in front of him. Nikki's team had planned the entire setup. As soon as Li Yuan stepped out of his hotel room,